Well, hi there, Andrew Bell with you. And today I'll be sharing some very relevant information about our Gold Coast property market. It would be neglectful if I didn't quickly touch on our amazing spring auctions held last Thursday, 30th of September. 40 properties were listed with a cross-section of apartments, houses and commercial. Not surprisingly, 46% of the properties sold in the week or two leading up to the auction day. This is because offers were being made that were simply too good to refuse. There was, of course, auction day, where 6 of the properties had more than 15 registered bidders, and all properties, excluding one, had multiple bidders. From the very first auction onwards, it was simply sale after sale after sale. A well-conducted auction provides the opportunity for the market to speak, and it did. Many properties sold above reserve price, with the highest percentage just over 15% above reserve. In total, the sales rate on the day was 94%, with only a couple of properties unsold on the day, and we're confident we'll have those properties sold very shortly. This day was just further example of not only the way to sell a property in today's market, which of course is via an auction, but conducted by an experienced salesperson and auctioneers who have decades of evidence of being competent in the auction arena. It was another amazing day for the Gold Coast property marketplace. Now to some further information that highlights why the Gold Coast is very much on the national real estate radar. It does take time for official figures to be gathered, so we don't yet have an official read on just how many people have migrated to the Gold Coast over the past year. But what we do have are estimates that Queensland's population growth will be something like 38,000 people per year for the next 5 years. Southeast Queensland, and in particular the Gold Coast, is likely to be the greatest recipient of that migration. That means we will need somewhere between 14,000 and 15,000 new dwellings constructed annually. The immediate impact of migration is a huge demand for rental properties. Most people want to simply get here as fast as they can and then take their time to work out where they would like to live, the northern Gold Coast, southern, or somewhere in between. There is a huge demand currently for rental properties, yet an acute shortage. For that reason, we've seen sharp rises in rents due to the old supply and demand force in the market. For over 12 months, we've desperately needed more investment buyers, and we're finally starting to see investors respond. Over the year to July 21, investor home loans surged 160% in Queensland over the previous 12 months. Investors are finally becoming attuned to the fact that you can buy a rental property and no longer have to live with negative gearing, but rather have a positive cash flow investment, giving you annual returns each year plus the benefit of capital gain. It's a standout investment in today's market. Now, there is some information that really demonstrates the strength of the Gold Coast property market and just how strong buyer demand is. A new report from Domain listed the top 20 suburbs across Australia for property transactions. Now, which suburb could you imagine topped the country with the most number of sales? Well, it actually was Surfers Paradise. 2,325 people came and bought in Surfers Paradise over the past year. The second place suburb was the city of Melbourne, with almost half as many, with just 1,210. These figures tell us numerous things, such as migration from other parts of Australia is stronger than we perhaps even imagine. It confirms that the greatest percentage of the migration is focused on the Gold Coast. It says that the flagship suburb of the Gold Coast, namely Surfers Paradise, is in greater demand than ever. It also tells us that a large proportion of migrators are opting for apartment lifestyle, as Surfers Paradise has the largest number of apartments of any suburb in the country. We were certainly aware of how strong demand was. Every week we have so many of our Ray White officers from around the country contacting us with yet another family that wants to migrate to the Gold Coast. They've listed their homes currently in their suburb with one of our Ray White officers interstate and have asked them to contact us to provide information about properties we have for sale. Send them videos, floor plans, etc. And so many of them are buying sight unseen due to lockdowns. The desire to move here is so great that most are aware that borders are likely to open by year's end and they want to make their move here in the new year. By the way, there's a second Gold Coast suburb that's featured in the top 10 suburbs in Australia, and that was Southport, with 984 sales for the year. Southport's been surging in status over the past couple of years. It's now recognised as the CBD of the Gold Coast. It's the heartland of the medical and educational precincts, and it's grasped the attention of developers and renovators. New apartments and townhouses are popping up strategically, and so many of the older homes have been renovated, making them incredibly desirable properties. A pretty strong endorsement not only of the Gold Coast but of Surfers Paradise and Southport, when you see just how many people are wanting to buy in those suburbs. The spinnaker is up and we're capturing strong winds to take us through until the end of the year, which is just 10 weeks away. It's always an incredibly busy time here in real estate. I'm refraining from updating you every month with all the record sales we're making here, as we've moved from being astounded by these sales to now feeling that it's just everyday life. There's hardly a sale we are making in the auction room that isn't a new suburb, street or building record sale price. It won't and can't continue forever, but for those selling at present, it's a simple case of make hay while the sun shines. In closing, congratulations to all of our team at Ray White Surfers Paradise Group for picking up so many awards at the Ray White Queensland Annual Awards Night, ranging from #1 offers for the volume of sales, #1 salesperson in Matt Gates, #1 property management offers for the 4th year running, marketing offers of the year, and quite a few more that time just does not allow to mention. We are here to serve you, so please do not hesitate to reach out either via return email or on the number on screen now for any of your real estate needs. Until I am with you in a fortnight's time, I trust and hope your world gets better by the day.